I don't know.
You guys should. I was going to say.
I want to.
I was say whoever hasn't, you definitely should check it out if you have the time.
Just going with the wins.
I don't understand how
we don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, neither do I. Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah,
it's like a dude going to a wedding. Like I can guarantee that my body's there.
Yeah, exactly. Just tell me when to be there. I'll go.
Where to sit.
Right. Do I need to bring a gift? Fine. Can I just write a check?
Right. I need someone to hold my hand. And
do I have to wear a tie?
Exactly. Is this casual or?
Yeah, fuck E3. Yeah.
Fuck it, and it's fucking ear.
Yeah,
so
special message to whoever organized E3 this year. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you for ruining our lives this year.
We're gonna
thanks. You owe me big time.
I'll save the insurgency talk for later. But Darren pointed out we've got an excellent transition. Let's not miss it while we're on the subject of E3.
Okay. We
got ourselves the hero of the web.
Awesome. So we'll read this hero and then we'll take a break.
And this one's even got a title. It's called Gauging E3's Rebirth. And it goes a little something like this. All right. While the E3 format of last year is official dead, along with scads of amazingly attractive women, especially the Nintendo booth, to the scantily clad booth babe pimping games like Driver brings a tear of loss to the eye. Going through the schedules and listening to press people talk about the show has helped to change my perspective. This year, with added security by allowing PR people to verify media types, there's still a lot going on, and I think that the GameDaily staff will be able to deliver better stories with more detail, simply because the crazy background noise or half-clothed booth babe won't distract from what you deserve to know more about. With any show, there are negatives. Smaller developers aren't respected, and the EIEIO show happens at the nearby Hotel California to help pick up the slack. And by knowing Gamecock's Mike Wilson, there will be a touch of the former show that will employ former booth babes. I'll still reserve final judgment until the show starts in Santa Monica. Yet from the emails, voicemails, phone calls, and the juggling of schedules, the glitz, glam, and luster may have been gleaned from the teeth of E3. But the meat of the spirit of the show is now made bare and ready to show gamers what the next few years will bring. As our group's former guidance counselor of sorts was often known for yelling, "Game on!" Game on! So,
game on. Game on.
That's
game on, gamer.
It's a first. I hate it. I obviously hate to do it, but that we've ever done something that didn't come from just a message board, but it was actually an official story on a Game Press website.
Yeah. So let's zero in on that one phrase that we love.
Like, I mean, how do we excuse it? Just the fact that it shouldn't be out there, man. It's not doing you
shouldn't
you
be
a
writing
favor.
phrases
it's not
like
doing us a favor. It's not doing anyone.
The meat of the spirit of the show. That's a phrase you don't want to be using.
No, don't forget the last part. Made bare.
Made bare.
Made
right.
bare.
So, I mean,
let's strike that.
Even if we chill on that comment for a moment,
you could parse it word by word.
Halfway there, I'm like, "Come on, Jeff, bare your meat. Bare your meat. Come on, dog." And then I'm like,
"Are you asking me to bare my meat?"
Bear the spirit of your meat for me. Bear the spirit.
All right,
of your meat.
That's harassment, and I like it.
So, that's why I'm striking through meat. We're not only saying it, but we've got like this whiteboard in Jeff's office. I actually wrote on it with permanent marker.
Yeah, you did.
And you were mad, but that's fine.
I cleaned
it's the stuff that's banned. It's not just here. It appears everywhere. If you're listening, again, just look for it. It's meaty components or the meat and potatoes of this game, and a meaty experience, and there's more meat to it. It's like the fucking sausage factory after a while. You know, are you talking about games, or are you talking about the delicatessen?
Right. So what are some other banned phrases? Well, we know gaming goodness.
We've got a lot. Let's not reveal them all because there's quite a few.
We don't want to tip our hand just yet.
But no, I mean, even like perfectly good words become problematic after a while. Compelling, say for example, gets overused, and what happens is it's eventually used
stunning 3D graphics
many times that even when it's used in the appropriate circumstance, it no longer means much of anything to the audience, because I've heard this so many times. It's like, you know, I've talked about before. The review blurbs for the Shaq movies, Kazam and Steel both said fun. That was the only quote on there. It's like at that point that means absolutely nothing anymore.
Gone.
It doesn't even it doesn't even mean it's fun. So instead of saying compelling, like, you know, I tell our writers, well, show me it's compelling. You know,
Right.
like just talk about what is it about this
tell.
game that's compelling, and then you don't have to stop and say it is because you've already proved it, you know,
Right.
or you've already made a strong case for it. So that's another example. And then there's the completely ridiculous stuff. It appears every month, but
Slick visuals, crisp audio, tight controls,
and variations on
ratcheting up the visuals on level 3.
so variations on Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my! So X, Y, and Z. Oh my! And this is funny because I remember the first week when I started EGM so many years ago, an email went around clowning on that. It was like, oh God, like someone else did it again.
something. Oh my!
Yeah.
And
it's like to this day. I mean, it was in some headlines for
elves and
stories
dwarves and goblins. Oh my!
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was in our Mac Addict style guide. Has never used this. Like, it was officially in the style guide.
I mean, that's beyond. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you shouldn't even have to tell someone, but you will still see it over and over again.
View to a kill we took out. That was never. You can't have that caption ever again for a screenshot.
Yeah.
Get it? It's a view to a kill.
And like the James Bond movie. Right?
It's just about knowing that, I mean, especially with an enthusiast audience, they're absorbing so much of the stuff. And if you are just relying...
One to watch for in the mainstream press, whenever there's a mainstream press article on games, every other headline is going to be, let the games begin. Every time I fucking see it, I want to toss whatever I'm reading, whether it's Time Magazine, whatever it is. Like, come up with a different one.
Goodness.
They've already begun.
So, /sigh.
There is something else to note on the web is that there was a comment listed under the story.
Yeah. Was that Herping Jerp?
And user Herping Jerp said, as our group's former... Well, no, he didn't say it. Actually, I pasted the wrong thing. Let's see from memory. It said that further evidence...
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, you've got... Okay, here we go. Proof positive that take your child to work day is a national tragedy. Was the...
The reason that you read this and that we're zeroing in on this is that this was at a gaming website, and it is... You might not be able to tell because you need the punctuation and everything to see it. This is like semi-fucking literate.
No, it's
actually. I think
it definitely is. It's frustrating because everyone. I get PMs like, "Hey, how do you? What do I need to do if I want to write about games? I want to do what you do." And after a while, first I start off and I tell them things, but then I was like. Same thing I'm going to tell you if you're asking to work at Jack in the Box. Don't murder nobody, and if you murdered somebody, then get your fucking record sealed.
Otherwise, you're in.
Otherwise, you're good.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Comatose problem. Not so comatose.
Yeah, I mean, the very first fucking phrase of this story, while the E3 format of last year is official dead. That's not even English.
That's not, but if you go...
Proofread.
But if you go to the next part, too, it's like, along with scads of amazingly attractive woman, and that's singular, but then especially the Nintendo booth. So the way that's constructed means that the Nintendo booth is an amazingly attractive woman.
Right.
And
also, Sean, take out the clause in the middle, because then you realize that he's lost it. If you take out the clause and try to read it as a straight sentence, while the E3 format of last year is official dead, brings a tear of loss to the eye.
Yeah.
At this point,
see, the sentence doesn't even follow.
No, it doesn't.
It's just. I mean,
what a bunch of jackals we are! Holy crap!
The point is not
so
just
much shit for this.
Listen, the point is not just. We're not just trying to rip on one side. The point is, this shit is all over the industry, and then the gaming press is like doing this whole like navel gazing, like, how come no one takes us seriously? Because you don't deserve it. This is like fucking third grade writing.
It's like if you get.
This is embarrassing.
If the joke is that if we farm our work from high schools, I mean, we found some way to circumvent child labor laws, and we're now in junior highs.
This is like someone like wrote it with crayon at first.
Yeah. Now if I go like tell someone I'm in the game industry and this is what they know, they're just like, okay.
True.
The game journalism business.
Not like we'll fess up. We fuck up.
There's
plenty of shit I've written. I'd be embarrassed if someone held it up and said, "Hey,
mistakes.
Remember when you wrote this?" Unfortunately, I do.
Yeah,
but I'll own up to it.
Yeah, totally.
And I guarantee I never wrote anything like that, though.
It is the internet. You can go change it.
All right, let's get a break.
Right
and
we'll take a break and see who else we can rip on when we come back. Yeah.
We need it.
Next, we turn on Ryan.
Okay.
We're so mean.
We'll be right back with more hate.
This One Up podcast is brought to you by Windows Media Center. Your Xbox 360, your music, your photos, your TV shows, and your videos with one connection.
Hi,
So one last thing on this bad video game journalism thing is that I think, definitely we've printed bad things, and we've probably all written bad things, or I know we have, that have been printed. But I think the big difference here is that when we get the really bad ones that are illiterate, we don't print them. We keep them here, and we laugh amongst ourselves to each other. Yeah, we have them in special folders that we bring out and read to each other. Hey, remember this?
Or in some cases, we rewrite them.
And then print them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move on.
Okay, I thought you were going to drop us some classic quotes from the...
from
our
classic
ever.